They buried my husband without a body. There was no coffin, no final goodbye. Just a framed photograph placed on a plastic table in our compound in Asaba. People said it was an accident. They said the vehicle caught fire. They said no one survived. But something inside me never settled. Still, I sat there while the pastor prayed. Still, I held my 4 children close as everyone whispered, "Be strong." That was the day I became a widow. Or at least, that's what I thought. Before he disappeared, he convinced me to sell everything we had. Our house, our land, even my late mother's jewelry. He said it was for a better future. He said once he traveled abroad, life would change for us. And I believed him. I believed the man who held my hand and promised me the world. I watched him leave at the motor park that morning, waving at the children as the bus pulled away. None of us knew we were watching him disappear on purpose. Weeks passed, then months, then silence. His phone stopped connecting. And one night, 2 men came to my door with bad news. They spoke in low voices. They said accident. They said fire. They said sorry. There was nobody to bring home, just a story. And I was left with 4 children and a life that suddenly felt too heavy to carry. 6 years passed. 6 long years of survival. I fried akara under the hot Delta sun. I cleaned houses. I skipped meals so my children could eat. People pitied me. They called me the widow. I learned to live with the word. Until one evening, everything changed. My neighbor showed me a picture on her phone. At first, I didn't understand what I was looking at. Then my heart stopped. It was him, alive, smiling, standing in another country with his arm around another woman. 2 children stood beside them. A new family, a new life. And in that moment, I realized something worse than death had happened. He didn't die. He erased us. I messaged him. Just 3 words. Why did you? He replied days later. He said he felt trapped. He said the responsibility was too much. He needed a fresh start. A fresh start. While we were starving. While his children cried at night asking for their father. That was the day I stopped mourning him. Because you cannot grieve a man who chose to disappear. Years passed again. My children grew taller, stronger, wiser. We built peace from pain. And then, 11 years after he vanished, he came back. He stood at my gate like a stranger, older, quieter, less confident. He said he made mistakes. He said his second marriage had failed. He said he wanted to be a father again. Again. As if fatherhood was something you could pause and resume. As if abandonment was a small misunderstanding. I looked at the man who once promised me forever, and I felt nothing. Not rage, not love, just clarity. Forgiveness is possible, but trust is earned. And fatherhood is not a title you reclaim when it becomes convenient. Now, the question remains. Do I let him back into our lives? Or do I protect the peace we fought so hard to build without him?